Alright guys, what's good? Box, Brendan, whatever you guys want to call me here. Um, by the title of the video, you guys probably already know it's gonna be a good one. So, the title of today's video is Instagram brand, and I'm gonna get into it, explain why it's called that, and explain everything I want to talk about in this video. I'm not recording on OBS this time, so I don't have like a list of things written down. I'm just kind of freestyling this. I don't have notes or anything. I always just one take these videos. Um, let's pretty much just get straight into it. And the first thing I'm going to talk about is just going to be me clearing up some things I've said in the past and some some things that you guys probably have seen me say. So, first and foremost, I'm sure many of you guys have seen me and like some of my friends or people I associate with talk about not wanting to be Instagram brands or just like not wanting people to call us that. And let me elaborate on that because I think a lot of people took it out of context and a lot of people didn't know what I meant by that when I said it because I didn't really get a chance to explain myself. I just kind of said it vaguely and didn't give a explanation of what I actually meant. So, the most common misconception that I see when people have said that I have made that statement was that I don't want to forget where I came from, or it's like a SoundCloud rapper wanting to be called an artist. Basically, to sum it up, I'm not saying I hate Instagram. I'm not trying to forget my roots because I guess I came up on Instagram. The term Instagram brand really was it's always been a term, but as of late, it's been pretty popularized. So I think we can all agree with that, with like this new wave of like online fashion that's going on. Um, and when I said I didn't want to be called that, it wasn't me forgetting the platform that put me in this position or me forgetting where I started, where I came from. It's just pretty much me wanting to escape the comparison of other people and also me feeling kind of disrespected and feeling almost unfair because I kind of helped pioneer slash popularize that term Instagram brand. Obviously, it's been a term long before I've been around, but in this new scene that I'm in, when you talk about Instagram brand, you're like Peace and War's up there with one of the top Instagram brands or whatever you guys call it. Just so many TikTok terms and buzzwords that don't seem to actually hold any value. So, what I'm trying to get away from when I say the term Instagram brand is I'm trying to get away from being compared to all these kids who are just starting and taking the path of like putting out stuff that's like just copy and paste over and over and over. The reason I got to where I'm at and I separated myself was because the way I did things and the way I was able to grow was such a unique way. Like the come up I had was like so much different than everyone else's. Like I got into this scene like and I hopped in like this war trend. It was like almost like a micro trend. Like it wasn't like a big trend, but at the time it was like popping for a little bit and then it died down after like a couple months and I was the only person that really had longevity in that little niche subcategory of the war designs or whatever you want to call it. And so I kind of took that and I ran with it and I started creating my own ways to market certain things. Like for example, no one else in this space that I'm in was really naming their drops anything. I before I ever rebranded to Peace and War in 2023, I had a Google Doc. I can put that on the screen for you guys of my whole layout and my whole plan that I had to build these drop names that would make sense and build a connection with my audience. So I would have the drop names, for example, the end, and then it was prelude because prelude is like the new beginning after the end, and then it was set in stone because I feel like at that point I would have solidified my spot and where I'm at. Then after that, it was a I wanted my brand to live forever. And me doing that, like, it built a connection because every time someone would see my next drop, they would connect the dots and it would be like, okay, like this shit makes sense now. Like I see what he's doing. And at the time in the space I was at, no one was doing that shit. Like I'm sure someone has probably done it before. Like I said many times in many different videos, everything's already been done, so no one's 100% original in the first place. But I came up with that idea without inspiration from looking at another brand or looking at someone else doing that. Again, not saying I'm the first person to do that because I'm sure someone that I don't know of has probably done that before, just like everything else in this world. But like I just sort of like popularized a certain way of marketing, and I feel like all of the smaller brands that come into the space and like that are inspired by me use that same marketing strategy. So almost every brand looks the same now, and that's where the term Instagram brand is like getting thrown around because all these brands are doing the same exact marketing strategy, same exact posting styles, same exact story posts, same exact SMS link, same exact website layout, and like I'm not taking credit again for being the first person to do every single thing that I said I've done, but you can't deny like in this new wave of streetwear and this new era of brands, I helped pioneer a lot of shit, and then the term Instagram brand gets thrown at me, and I get thrown under the bus and disrespected because a bunch of people are doing what I helped start. So in a way, like just me looking at it, like how is that fair to me if I helped start something? Like I feel like I should get a little more credit than just being called like an Instagram brand or just a trash IG brand or like just the shit that people say online. Like I don't know if you guys really see where I'm coming from, but that's just how I feel about that certain topic. It's no hate to the platform I came up on. Every brand in this modern era of streetwear, in this modern era of building a brand and building a business has came up off social media, and I'm forever grateful for the platform. I'm forever grateful for all the opportunity and all the things that this has brought me. I just really try so hard to set myself aside from people. I just hate being put in a box and compared to like other people when other people are using the things that I helped popularize and then I get stabbed in the back for it. Like I just feel like that's not fair to me, and I should have elaborated more and explained what I meant more by that. But again, it's just really just not wanting to be compared to anyone else. And I try so hard to set myself aside. Like I was like one of the first people in my space to start doing bigger collections while everyone else was doing four-piece collections, and that like ascended me and helped me blow up. And then boom, now people are doing larger collections. So like I'm like always trying to do the next thing. And I think this year I'm really gonna set my name like really set in stone by what I'm gonna do next. Um, I don't even really want to talk about it too much on here because every time I tend to talk about something, the idea gets put out there, and I just want to do it before people catch up. And making this video, I speak for a lot of people that I'm close with about this topic because it's like very unfair to a lot of us because they're out like a lot of these kids like they're in school still, and that's no hate to them or anything, but like they don't like need this like as much as I do. Like this is all I have. If I don't have my brand, if I don't have this business, if I'm not doing what I'm doing, like I don't have a plan B to fall back on. I literally don't have anything else to fall back on. Like I had to do this. This was my only option. I don't come from wealth. I don't come from a good school background where I was able to get put in a good college. Like it's literally either this or go work at McDonald's or do like construction or some shit. And I'm like 140 pounds, bro. I'm gonna not last doing that, bro. But like, y'all know what I mean. End of the story is like this is all I really got. So I really genuinely take this shit seriously, and there's not a second of the day where I'm not thinking of a way where I can do something to set myself aside from the next person. And a lot of people, like, if you're watching this video and you like are confused about how I blew up, like I'm sure there's people who look at me and they're like, how did this kid blow up but this kid didn't, or how did this kid blow up and I didn't? There's a lot of people who might make better clothes than me or have better quality than me. Quality is another thing, another topic in this video that I'm gonna continue to talk about. So just wait. But there's people who like who just look at me and just wonder how I succeed. And like if you really look on how I came up, like I did it different than anyone else in this space has been doing it. Like just it's really too much to explain. Like I literally got added to an IG group chat. I flew out to Arizona, met Maddox, my best friend, who I've known now for like 3 years, and like we built connection, we built a group, and we all helped each other like blow up, and like I'm forever grateful. And like all my friends have helped each other out so much, and like we've just done so much for each other. And truthfully, I wouldn't be here without any of them, like Maddox, Henry, Jax, fucking Brainwash, Grayson, Thomas, Meek, like all these kids. Like I know I'm probably forgetting some people. Fucking Ty, like I really wouldn't be here without them. So like all this success is not just attributed to me. It's a group effort. I'm just the face behind it all. Like, but I wouldn't be here without them. So I hope that like helps you. I just really hope what I said helps you understand what I mean about the term Instagram brand and how I wanted to get away from it. Because my goal is to open a store, and I could open a store right now, but I'm not gonna half-ass it and open like a shitty store in like a random city or something. I want a store in LA, New York, Texas. Like I want a store somewhere where it actually means something. It holds a lot of value. So, and then I know a bunch of kids say I'm just an Instagram brand because my site closes. I don't feel like that's fair either because I was doing that since the start. Um, I literally modeled my brand strictly after Supreme, and I still model after Supreme because they're like one of the big streetwear brands, if not the biggest, that like really made an actual impact on the culture and like made an actual statement with their brand. And like I don't know, I just feel like for the category I'm in and the trajectory I'm going to, I feel like that is a good brand to look up to. And a lot of people ask what brand like inspires me the most, and it's always been Supreme. Because like you guys who are a little bit older, maybe like 18 or older, you guys know how hype Supreme used to be, and that's really the goal I was trying to do with my brand. And that's why I'm doing all pre-made after this drop ships out. I'm gonna only do pre-made from now on because I'm just tired. You guys don't deserve to wait. Um, the only reason I do pre-orders is because of how stressful and how much like planning and time pre-made takes. Like you have to order everything a month in advance. You have to know what sizes and what quantity you have to get. It's just a lot of planning, and I've been moving in my new house. I've been handling a lot of things behind the scenes, so the pre-order was just the best case scenario for me because I've been so rushed and dealing with so many different things that I didn't really have time to like plan out the pre-made. So I hope that clears that up. Um, the next thing I want to move into is quality. So when I say this, I'm speaking not only for myself, but for a lot of my friends and a lot of people I know that would definitely like to speak up on this, but I'm gonna just be the one to speak up. If people take it out of context or if it's an issue, I'll be the one to take the hit. But quality, I feel like a lot of people use the term Instagram brand as well and put people in a category or in a box because the quality of our garments is not up to par with billion dollar companies like like most of the kids online who have something to say are comparing me to Balenciaga. They're comparing me to all these Japanese designer brands. They're comparing me to Bape. They're comparing me to Supreme. They're comparing me to billion-dollar companies that have been around 40, 50, 30, 70 plus years. And I just started my brand 2 years ago. I rebranded a piece of more 2 years ago. And you guys are holding me to the standard of a brand that's been around for decades, half a century, however long it is. And I'm gonna sit here and just like explain it to you guys like you guys are 5 years old, so everyone watching this can understand what I'm talking about when it comes to quality. So, so number one, the brands you guys compare me to, all of those high-end billion-dollar companies that I just named to you, those brands are those brands have been established and been in the scene for so long. They have access to high quality fabric mills and high quality cut and sew places that brands like mine cannot get into because of how small we are. They have connections that they've built over the years. They source fabric from places that I'm unable to source fabric from, and overall they just have been a lot around a lot longer. They have a team, they have workers, they have people who really like sit there and focus on, okay, how do we get the best fabric. I'm one person running this brand. I'm working on designing, I'm working on shipping, I'm working on advertising, I'm working on posting photo shoots, going to different cities around the fucking United States to do events, doing pop-ups. I'm working on all of these things at one time with no team behind me. So I don't have the time to go to China or go to Japan and go to these fabric mills and build these connections with these people. That is something that takes a very long time to do and a very established brand to be able to pull off successfully. And at the same time, the people who want higher quality, if I were to say take a month or two off and go visit these different countries and go to these fabric mills and find these manufacturers who can make my quality top notch or high end, you guys wouldn't be ready for the prices because stuff like that, I would have to price all my products at like 80 to 100 plus minimum because stuff like that, the high quality brands that you guys buy from, all of their stuff is expensive, and it's expensive for a reason. Yes, it has the hype behind it, but the quality is also pretty good. And I actually have an example that I'm going to show you guys. And I'm going to show you guys how well I've perfected my quality over the short span that I've had compared to some of these other brands. So, this is Bape, one of the biggest streetwear brands that probably has ever existed. This is a Bape hoodie. Since you guys want to compare me so bad, it's a good hoodie. It's probably around 300, 320 GSM, which is just pretty much has to do with the fabric thickness and the weight of the hoodie. The quality is kind of bad because I'm using my webcam because I'm making a talking video like this. Has good stitching, nice paper tag. You can see the threads are coming out. I've only worn this hoodie a couple times and I bought it brand new. Good lining, fleece, cotton fabric. Overall, it's a solid hoodie. 100% con fleece, stitching's clean, everything's good. So the hoodie I'm wearing, this hoodie, I worked to source fabric from Japan. That way I could get a sample or get a test of how my quality would be if I just improved it a little bit. I priced this hoodie never released because it was scrapped, but it's the same material as like the Soviet hoodie, the Nuke hoodie, a couple other hoodies, the slim hoodies I have on my website. You guys can see it's slim. It was like a 8-page tech pack I used to make this, just so I could get the fit on it perfect. You can see how it tapers in That was one thing I really emphasized when I was making it. It has a very large hood. Not gonna put it up right now, but you guys can see it's very large. Everything about this hoodie is pretty much perfect. You guys can see, I don't know if you can see, stitching is pretty good. The fabric is amazing. Once my pre-order is done and my bulk ships out, you guys will be able to see how good the fabric is. It's finished with an enzyme wash to remove loose threads and just overall make the hoodie feel more worn in. And these hoodies cost me around maybe 30s to produce and then shipping. And this is fabric, again, imported from Japan, finished with a wash, a 7-page tech pack with tapering on the sizing, custom tag, all that stuff. And this is a big improvement from, let's say, this hoodie. This hoodie right here. This is an old sample. This isn't the actual Japan hoodie that I dropped. This one was scrapped because it didn't come out well. But this is I'm pretty sure it's French Terry. I mean, it's not bad quality by any means. So when I drop this stuff like I have been for a while, I'm not sure what you guys are meaning. The stitching could be neater. The stitching's not as neat as this one. Stitching on this is a lot cleaner. The design on this, it's alright. It could be better. Inside, it's about 420 GSM, so it is a little heavier than the Bape hoodie. That doesn't mean it's better quality. A lot of you guys also get the misconception that GSM means higher GSM or higher weight means better quality. That's not the case at all. Quality mainly has to do with how a product is finished, how the stitching is done, just little intricate details that make the hoodie how it is, especially the pattern making. And that's something I'm really learning because the pattern of the actual garment um, really like pretty much decides how the garment fits, how it drapes, how it looks on body, how it looks on the ground. So the pattern is very important too, and that's one thing that a lot of people fail to realize, and I was one of those people who failed to realize that. So like, yes, size charts are very important, but so are the pattern of the actual garments because again, that really helps dictate how the garment drapes and looks on body. So with that pretty much being said, I'm just kind of confused on to the call. I'm just kind of confused on the quality comments because again, I'm held to such a high standard when I've been doing this 2 years. I'm gonna keep improving each year, and as I grow and get more people around me to help me with the projects that I'm working on, eventually I will grow at a quicker rate. But right now, stuff is moving at the speed that I can work at because I'm managing so many different things. And when you guys see my plan for New Age and what I'm doing with that, I'm going to have my hands even more full. But I'm confident now that my quality for my next project will be better than almost everyone else in this space, or at least be up to par with higher end brands that maybe not billion-dollar company brands again because I don't have access to everything that they have access to. And that's something you guys have to get through your head. Like, you guys compare us to the top of the top. Stop comparing us to people who we're not and just look at us for who we are. And I'm saying this again because I'm speaking for all small businesses or small brands that get held to such a high standard. Like, yes, I have 100K on Instagram, but I still have so far to go. This is only 1% of my journey and 1% of my goals, 1% of my aspirations. I still have so much more left in me. Like, I want to be at the top, and I don't think I'll ever stop because my purpose on this earth is to do exactly what I'm doing, and hopefully along the way I can inspire a bunch of you guys because I just like get on here to speak my mind and just say real shit. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. Everything I'm saying is exactly how I feel, and I'm saying it in this moment as I'm thinking it. So, yeah, just some food for thought. So, hopefully that made sense on the quality. It was kind of a little all over the place, but hopefully I explained it in a way that made sense. Um, but yeah, I think that's so. Pretty much to sum it all up, I hope I explained the Instagram term correctly and what I meant by not wanting to be associated with it. And again, I hope I explained the quality good and how a lot of you guys bash people for quality. They bash you for this. Um, I'll give another example as well. I dropped these t-shirts and they were lower GSM, which means they're a thin t-shirt. And the reason they're thin is because thicker t-shirts, like when you're wearing them, they can feel, it's just all about how they feel and all about comfort. And the t-shirts I dropped were slim, they were thin, they were modeled after a Japanese silhouette, so they were more built for skinnier people, slimmer people like myself. Um, I designed them literally to fit me. Um, I designed them literally just to fit me and other people who have like a similar build to my build. And people were buying them, and a few people complained that they were too thin or see-through. And obviously, if you have a tight shirt that is not thick, if it's tight and it's like hugging your skin, if it's tight and it's hugging your skin like this, it's like hugging your skin, so your skin is like popping out of the shirt, it's gonna be see-through. That's just any brand in the world that makes thin garments. If you have a tight garment on and you're constricting it against your skin, it's going to be see through. That's not an issue with the quality whatsoever. That is just an issue with sizing, and I try to emphasize sizing and I post my size charts as much as I can. But again, most of the people don't really read stuff online. They just see the product, they think it's cool, and they buy it. So again, that's probably my fault for maybe not emphasizing stuff, but I feel like I do as best as I can. I don't know what I gotta start doing to make sure people are happy with the stuff. Maybe I'll put like a warning on it or something. I don't know, but that's just another example. Like they say the quality's bad because of that, but that has nothing to do with the quality. It's just the fit of the shirt. And if you got a larger size or got a different fitting shirt that was the same GSM or same material, it would not be see through like people are claiming. Um, I've had a lot of issues in the past. Like I've just recently, like over the last year, started learning more about denim. And my first few pairs of denim weren't the best. I'll admit that. By any means, I didn't really like them. I didn't like the hardware on them. I didn't like certain aspects of them. The wash was a little uneven. But my recent jeans that I just dropped, my skinny denim and my Death is a Dream denim, those were much improved, a lot better, um, very good quality. And but yeah, quality is such a un quality is such a confusing thing because there's so many people on the internet who have never been in the fashion space and don't really have much experience doing the stuff that I do, so they don't really understand it. So they go around and they say this quality of this is bad, and then people catch on, and then other people say it, and they don't even have products, or they just see videos of like clothing in bad lighting with bad flooring and a bad background, and it looks trash, and it's just like hearsay, and like I'm showing you guys like this hoodie I'm wearing. But yeah, I just hope that makes sense. Like I'm kind of just going on a rant, just saying whatever comes to my mind, but like the whole quality thing is just so misconstrued. This is a hat made, have embroidery patches on the side, have no loose threads on these, embroidery patch on the back, stitching in the hat, perfect. Literally everything on this is perfect. It's like basically like an MLB cap. Like, I don't know if you guys can see any flaws on this. Like, I don't even know how I would improve this, but I could ship these out and someone could just say it's bad quality because maybe they don't like it or they don't like how it fits or they don't like one little thing about it. But at the end of the day, like, this is good quality. Like, I pay good money for these to be made. Like, the embroidery patches are hella clean. It fits good. It's actually kind of big on me. I got a small hand, but y'all know what I mean. But I'm on here, just ran. I think I'm gonna wrap up the video there, just because that's all I really wanted to talk about regarding the topic of like Instagram brands and the quality and all that stuff. Um, my last message in this video is just gonna be, if you're coming into this space or you're already in this space and you're trying to make a lane for yourself and not be like the next person, just don't look at what people are doing and take inspiration from that. Look at what they're doing and try to separate yourself and do the exact opposite of that. Try to find your own ways to do things, try to innovate, try to make a new marketing style, try to make a new technique, try to do something that'll get your momentum going and then ride off that like a snowball effect. Because that's really how I got to where I'm at. I only ever took my own advice, I only ever really listened to myself, and that's pretty much why I'm here and why I'm so successful today. And yeah, that's just my advice for you guys if you're looking to start. And honestly, that's my advice for life too. Like, just do your own shit and try to be different and innovative, and you'll always find a way. Like, if you never give up, you never quit. I don't see how you can't find a way. That's my motto. I can't lose if I don't quit. So, I'm gonna have my next video is gonna be on my other channel, my main channel on YouTube, Boxycom. Um, it's gonna be LA vlog plus New Age drop. So stay tuned for that. That'll be coming out probably next week. I think this video is going up on a Saturday, so next week I just gotta edit it. Um, yeah, I enjoyed talking to you guys. I'm glad I have a platform where I can just get in front of a camera and say all the stuff I need to say, because a lot of this stuff just bottles up and just gets lost in a void in my mind. And I'm glad I can at least put it on the internet so people can do with the information as they want. Like, at least, like, just hopefully something I said helped one person out in the world. Hopefully someone got inspired or someone like took an ounce of this video and applied it to their life. But again, when I say don't take advice, I don't mean that like in every situation, but if you make something and you really like a design and you're like, I think this is gonna go crazy, I really love this, I really like how I'm doing this, and someone says, nah, do it this way, that's what I mean by don't take advice. Like, if I made this hat, for example, one of my friends said they didn't like it, they said it was trash, and I dropped it, and it did pretty well, and it's one of my favorite products. Shout out Brainwash. Brainwash cooked this one up. I cooked up the front design, and then Brainwash cooked up the patches on the side and the mock-up. So shout out to Brainwash, and shout out to everyone watching. I love you guys so much, and I'm gonna see you on my main channel next week. And I'm gonna be back on this channel frequently because these videos are easy to make. I like getting my ideas and my opinions out there, and I'm glad I have like this little community on this separate channel where I can really talk to you guys off all this shit. But I'm gonna see you guys later. Love you guys. Brendan, Box, whatever you wanna call me.